This activity is called What Would It Be Like? And it's going to help your kids see how important it is that we help each other when we need it. They're going to be asked to imagine what would it be like if we didn't have some very important people in this world to help us. All right, so do the activity something like this. All right, guys, today we've been talking about helping others. Now, our world is full of people who help us and help others. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about some different types of people, and let's try and imagine what the world would be like if they no longer helped us, okay? The first person I want to talk about would be a doctor. What would happen if there were no doctors? Or what would happen if there were doctors and they said, nah, we're done helping people? What would happen?
Most people would stay sick for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, man, how bad would that be? You know, there's nothing, obviously we don't want to get sick. But when you do get sick, you want somebody to help you, give you some medicine, take care of you. So if nobody be there to do that.
I have a runny nose. It's bad. And a cough.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Once again, that's something that you would want the doctor to, you go to him and say, man, my nose won't stop running, I've got a cough, can you help me? All right, doctor's pretty important. Everybody agree? Important that they help us? All right, let me ask you, let's see, how about, oh, this is a good one. How about a policeman or woman? Policeman or woman. What would happen if there were no policemen, or if there were policemen and they just said, we're done, we're not going to help any more people? What would happen?
People would start doing a lot of bad stuff so they wouldn't get caught.
Exactly. People who, oh man, nobody was telling you which way to go. People would be speeding all over the place, getting in wrecks.
I might be scared
Why would you be scared?
because I know there's not someone to protect me.
Yeah, very good. There's comfort in knowing that we have police and that they're going to protect us. All right, let's do another one. How about, oh, here's a good one. How about a pastor? What would happen if there were no pastors, or what would happen if there were pastors and they said, nah, we're done. We're not going to help people.
Wow.
What do you think?
I'd have no one to tell me about Jesus.
Yeah, that's good. There'd be nobody around that would help us to learn more when we come to church.
Help us pray.
Okay. What do you got?
If they just stop teaching, there may not even be a church service to come to.
Well, that's a good point. You know, we'd still have our Bible,
Yeah.
but we'd be missing out on a huge thing in our life, which is when we go to church and the pastor helps us by teaching us. Now, there's much more activities listed or people listed on your sheet of different types of people that help others. Once you go through them, according to how much time you have, wrap it up by saying something like this. As you guys look at this list, these are all pretty important people, aren't they? And they're important because they help us. Now, obviously, we've talked about what would happen if they didn't help us. That would be really bad. I mean, is there ever a time in your life when you guys go, man, I just don't want to help?
Yeah, because you're tired or lazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of times where we go, man, I just don't want to help. But you know what? God says that we should always be willing to help others. So if you ever get in a position where you go, man, I just don't want to help, think about all of these people and what the world would be like if nobody helped. But maybe think of yourself too. Go, man, I know when I need help, it's sure great when somebody else helps me. And hopefully that will motivate you to go, you know what? He needs help, and even though I may not really feel like it, I should help too. You guys can do that? Excellent. Good job.